Happy Hump Day, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for our weekly Wednesday Facebook Live tutorial. This is our last Facebook Live tutorial for 2021. Can you believe it? How time flies? That's what I always say. Time flies when you are having fun. So let's see who's joining me today. Today I'm streaming into our Facebook group, LinkedIn Live, and also YouTube and Instagram at the same time. So hi Dorothy, hi Riverview Lake House. Thank you for joining me. Hi Dorothy, thank you for joining me. And if you're joining me on Facebook, make sure you say hi as well and click on the StreamYard link so I can see your name. Hey Christine. So I know that a lot of us are taking time this week, not working, and also trying to stay out of social media. But I wanted to come on for the very last time before we wrapped up for 2022. Hey, Sean. Before we wrapped up for 2022, and what I wanted to share today. Hey, Nancy. I hope you're feeling better. So what I wanted to share today is just to wrap up and also to prepare ourselves when we go into 2022. So today I want to talk about the number one tip that I use to prevent myself from sabotaging my process or my journey to reaching my goals, regardless whether it's 2022 or any goals that I set for myself. Is something that's very, very simple, but it's also something that we allow it to happen to us. And I want to bring it to the forefront of your mind so that you pay attention to that. So hey Stella, hey Scorpio Events, thank you for joining us. I have quite a few of you on Facebook. I can see your name because it just say hello if it says Facebook user. So please click on StreamYard, the link, so that I will be able to see your name. Okay, so the number one tip that I use all the time when I set my goals, regardless whether it's a new goal or a goal that I have set previously, but I didn't achieve the results that I want, is I make sure that, I put on my blinders. I create my own reality. What do I mean by that? So I'm going to use something that is very, very common, okay? That a lot of us goes into a new year making this resolution, which is to eat well, which is to lose weight, right? Trying to lose weight. So when you're trying to lose weight, you do it, a lot of times we do it as a buddy system. You do it with a girlfriend of yours, you do it with your sister, with your mother, with your brother, your BFF, your boyfriend, or your husband, your spouse, your partner. So because you want to have accountability partner, okay? So hey Ria, thank you for joining me. So when you are setting a goal, and if the goal is a common goal, that means you're doing it with somebody else, all right? You're doing it with a buddy system. And you both, let's just take for example, okay? So you and your best friend decide to lose some weight for 2022. Let's say you want to lose 10 pounds for 2022. So you set the goal together and you go to the gym together. You want to have an accountability buddy so that you can hold each other accountable, right? Or one another accountable, or a group of friends. And then what happens? Because we're all different individuals, even though we may have the same goal, even though we may be following the same strategies or the same process, how come our journey is different? How come our results are different? So what I foresee happening, and I'm sharing this with you because I had done it myself, and it is through my own personal experience that this had happened. That's why I felt compelled that I need to do this class. All right. When you have the same goal with someone else, as some other people, okay, in this case is your friend and you want to lose weight, and you go into the same trainer or you go to the same gym, you have the same food plan, your meal plan, your same exercise routine, but you both have a different result. Okay, you both have different results. And what is worse is their results are they get the results so much faster than you. they get the results so much more effective. Okay, they get it in a short period of time, and they start looking so much better. They lost so much weight at a much faster pace than you. And then what happened? How do you feel? You start wondering, how come? What happened here? Both of us have the same goal. We're doing the same routine. We are going through the same journey. We eat the same food. We go to the rep the same. We go to the gym the same time. How come she's getting a faster result than me? We're about the same weight. We have the same goal, losing 10 pounds within 3 months, within 6 months. How come it's getting a faster result than me? And then you either you get very jealous, or you get very envious, and you get either, if you are a good self-motivator, which is fantastic, then you motivate yourself so that you can continue with the journey and continue to lose the weight or to gain momentum in the process. Or like 99% of us will start to doubt, what are we doing wrong? How come we're not getting the results as the other person who is going through the same journey as us? What is wrong over here? And then you get very discouraged. You start talking to yourself trash, okay? And then what's the worst thing? You start to adjust your goals, okay? You start to adjust your goals instead of adjusting your actions. So you start to adjust your goals to match your current actions, so that you don't feel that you're not getting anywhere. So instead of losing 10 pounds, you say, you know what, I only want to just lose 5 pounds. I only want to lose like 2 pounds. Okay, so you adjust your goals instead of adjusting your mindset and your actions to stay on track. Okay, and instead of doing that, you adjust your actions and you adjust your goal. So how do I combat that? How do I overcome that? Okay, so if those of you who's joining me, a lot of Instagram people are joining me, and also on Facebook, let me know if you have actually experienced this before in your past, regardless of whatever goal it is, and you do it together with your friend or with somebody, and you see different results. They get a much better result, faster result than you, even though you're both doing the same thing, and get discouraged, or you just tell yourself that it's not worth it. Okay, oh my God, like I do the same thing, it's not happening to me, and now it's not working for me, and then you just goal hop. You just go drop from one goal to another goal. You start set another goal, or you just change your goal, make it smaller, and then you just to adjust to your current behavior, because it's so much easier. Okay, so you're not working towards your goal. So if you have experienced that, share with me, because I know that I'm not the only person. All right, so how do you prevent yourself from going into that downward spiral, into that trap, okay, that we set for ourselves? How do we get out of sabotaging ourselves? So what I do is, I don't normally do a buddy system. Okay, number one, this is my goal. I work on it myself. I don't have to share with anybody what I want to do. I don't have to share with anybody what is my resolution. If you want to share, that's great. Make sure you share with people who understands what you're going through. Make sure you share with people who will push you instead of doing a comparison and then make you feel like poo-poo. Okay, story of your life. You say Facebook user, so I can't see your name. All right, so you want to be able to be very selective about who you share your goals with. All right, and then once you set your goals, I said this week in my LinkedIn Monday, every Monday I do a mindset Monday on LinkedIn. I do a live video. I said to put on, hey Ethel, so I said to put on your blinders. Put on your blinders so that you only care about what you do. You only care about your results. You are not going to give a shit about other people's results and what other people are doing. Okay? Once you start looking at other people, once you start comparing yourself to other people, you just begin the journey of the downward trend of sabotaging yourself. Why would you do that? Why would you want to compare yourself to other people? I'm Mayo Silvers. I am not Ethel. I'm not Veronica. I'm not Ria. Okay? We are all programmed very differently. We all have different circumstances, resources that we can achieve, that we can use to achieve what we want to achieve. Put on your blinders, mind your own business, okay? Why you care about what other people do? All right? If you have a strong mindset, and when other people are getting the results, okay, much faster than you, if you have a strong mindset and tell yourself that if she can do it, so can I. If he can do it, so can I. Good for you. Good for you. Unfortunately, 99% of the people don't have that mindset. 99% of the people will be doing a comparison, and that how come I'm not getting this? How come I'm not getting the results? I should already be getting these results. Look at that person. How come I'm not getting any traction? You keep asking yourself, how come you are not getting something? Okay. And it's easy to say that, you know what? Just look at your own progress and celebrate your own progress. It's easy to say that, right? To say that, okay, you know what? Don't just celebrate my own little progress. But it's our human nature to want to compare. And I want to highlight this point. Okay. So when you start thinking of comparing yourself to other people's progress, catch yourself. Okay. Put your blinders on and say, why are you being a busybody? Okay. Just mind yourself, mind your own business, mind what you're doing, evaluate and compete against yourself, not with another person. All right. If I have lived my life comparing myself to, or if I have done my business comparing myself to other event planners or other coaches, business coaches for event planners, I would have been miserable. But I create my own little reality. I create my own reality so that I can just live within my own bubble. I know it sounds really little crazy and also a little extreme that you don't care about other people. But when it's your goal, you've got to be selfish about it. Okay. This is your goal. This is your life. And this is your method. Okay. Nobody needs to tell you what to do. Nobody should tell you how the end result should look like. So we talk about putting on your blinders, right? So another thing I want to highlight is your perception of success, your perception of reaching the goal. Okay. You will form a perception or a vision of how the end goal should look like. It's natural because we're human beings. We tend to form a vision, okay, or an image of how success should look like or how the end goal should look like. Okay. And then when you are working towards the end goal, we're working towards that final destination. And then when you get there, right? Even though you achieve your goal and you got there, it didn't seem like the final destination or the end goal of other people. Okay. How come when they get to their end goal, it looks so different from mine? And then you start doubting yourself. You start doubting yourself is, am I actually there? Did I actually achieve the results that I should achieve? Because it sure doesn't look like hold on, sorry, I'm looking at my little puppy and you just pee on the patio. Oh well. Okay. So it sure doesn't look like what other people's success. Okay. Remember, this is your success. This is your end goal. Okay. This is not other people's end goal. All right. So the perception of success, there shouldn't be a perception at all. There shouldn't be a perception. Who told you that when you get there, it should look like that? Who is that smarty pants who told you that if you were to do it right, this is how it's supposed to look like? Okay? Nobody can tell you that. Only you can tell you that. Okay? Okay, I'm just looking at my little puppy, just making sure that he doesn't drop into the pool. So only you can tell yourself that, because my version of my end goal is very different from your version of your end goal. So we are both working on an end goal, but you shouldn't have a perception of how the end goal should look like. Okay. When you start telling yourself, oh, it should look like this, it should look like that, that's when you're taking the first step of comparing yourself to the common perception of how the end goal should look like. Okay. So at the end of the day, you don't want to sabotage yourself. by comparing yourself to other people's process and their journey and their end goal. And the number 2 thing is you shouldn't form a perception. Don't form a perception. I said I wanted to give you 1 tip, but I'm going to end up giving you 3 because there's 1 more coming. So you shouldn't form a perception that, oh, the end goal should look like this. Enjoy the journey, audit your progress. If you are better today than yesterday, you're making progress. Okay? The perception forms as you make progress. So today's success may not look the same as tomorrow's success. So are you saying that what I achieved yesterday is not success? Because today I certainly look different. I certainly make more progress. So yesterday was a failure? No. Correct? So you really have to pay attention to little things like this. And one more thing before I go, as I said that this is going to be a short session. Another thing is you can rush things. Okay, you can rush things. Patience is a virtue, and impatience is extremely expensive. Impatience is extremely expensive. Once you are impatient, okay, with your progress, that means you want immediate results. Immediate results will not come. All right, immediate results is not realistic. So what happens? You drop your goal. You go hop from one goal to another. So you say, this is not for me. Let me go find another goal. This is not for me. Let me go find another goal. So you are half-ass everywhere you go, basically, because you're impatient. It's just like growing a tree, growing a plant, right? Everything is growing beneath, down the roots, but you don't see what's blossoming. And then you chop off the tree when it's about to blossom. So be patient, all right? So 3 things. Stop comparing yourself. So put on your blinders. Number 2, don't create a perception. Success has no perception. There's no particular vision or image how success should look like. And number 3, be patient, because impatience is extremely important. Every time you go hop from one goal to another goal, you are starting over. So time is a precious resource. So you think about that. All right. I hope you will take these 3 tips and go into 2022 and pay attention when you start falling off the bandwagon and start talking trash to yourself. Think about this tutorial. This will be stored inside our free members Facebook group. So go watch this. All right, go watch this. So at 12:30, I'm going to go into my paid members Facebook group or on Zoom for my paid members, and we're going to go deeper into talking about how do you get stuck when you're doing something new, or when you want to do something and then you get stuck, and how to get unstuck from that. All right, how to get unstuck from that. We're going to go deeper. How do you get stuck in the first place? And then how do we get unstuck? So they'll be at 12:30 for my paid members. See you inside Zoom. And for all the members who's joining me today on Instagram and also on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn, I wish you a great 2022. Just know that believe in yourself, have faith, know your why, keep your head down, stay focused, and all will be well as long as you enjoy the journey. Okay? You got to have fun. You got to have fun when you're doing whatever you're doing. Otherwise, life is too short not to have fun, right? All right. Wishing all of you a great 2022. I will see all of you next year. Bye.